This is who we really are. We're not playing a role.
Yeah, that's right.
I would not be a good actor.
Game show hosts aren't technically actors. They're personalities who need to be authentic and entertaining, often presenting themselves in a larger-than-life manner. They play a crucial role in carrying the show. If they make a mistake, it can lead to a significant drop in ratings. For years, Wheel of Fortune has been a beloved game show in America, thanks to its longtime hosts, Pat Sajak and Vanna White. With Pat's retirement and Ryan Seacrest stepping in to take his place, questions arise about the future of the show. What are Vanna White's true feelings about this change? The show's history. Entertainment icon Merv Griffin created Wheel of Fortune. The daytime version began in 1975. Pat Sajak began hosting in 1981. Believe it or not, there was a time when it didn't include Vanna. She didn't come on until a year later. Vanna admitted in an interview that her audition process was a long one. She says,
I auditioned with 200 other girls, and I was the last one to audition. And I went in, I was probably the most nervous, right?
Not probably.
I was. I couldn't even talk. My knees were shaking, my mouth was quivering. I wanted the job so badly because prior to that, a few years before that, I was a huge Wheel of Fortune fan. People don't know that, but I watched the show, the daytime version, and I even wrote in to be a contestant on the show.
Those nerves left Pat a bit unsure about whether Vanna would be the right fit. He later admitted to Vanna,
Merv calls and asks for my opinion, and I said about you, and I've confessed this to you, I said, I'd love to work with her. She is the nicest human being on the earth. But she is so nervous, I don't know that she can...
Of course, she did manage to overcome them, and the rest was history. The pair shared over 8,000 episodes together. Vanna felt they'd always had a natural chemistry with each other. She says, quote, "It's like slipping into something very comfortable. I mean that in the best way possible. It's just comfortable." They also created a game that gave a bit of comfort to viewers. It was a relaxing thing to look forward to for viewers who tuned in every week. As Vanna notes,
people still love it. It's a half hour of family fun that everyone of all ages can enjoy, and it makes the family come together.
Saying goodbye to Pat. Vanna gave a professional goodbye message to Pat before his official departure. She said,
I can't believe that tomorrow is our last show together. I don't know how to put into words what these past 41 years have meant to me, but I'm going to try. 8,000 episodes went by like that. When I first started, I was so green. You made me so comfortable and made me so confident, Pat. You made me who I am. You really did. As the years have gone by, we've grown up on television, but we've also shared so much more behind the scenes. And as much fun as we had on camera, those memories, milestones, and life events we shared with our families outside the studio are my favorite. What an incredible and unforgettable journey we've had. And I've enjoyed every minute of it with you. As this chapter of our lives is coming to an end, I know you'll still be close by. You're like a brother to me, and I consider you a true lifelong friend who I will always adore. I love you, Pat.
Pat gave an emotional farewell on the air in June 2024. He began with a message to the fans who'd tuned in throughout the years. He said,
"It's been an incredible privilege to be invited into millions of homes, night after night, year after year, decade after decade. And I've always felt that the privilege came with a responsibility to keep this daily half hour a safe place for family fun. No social issues, no politics, nothing embarrassing, I hope, just a game. But gradually it became more than that. A place where kids learned their letters, where people from other countries honed their English skills, where families came together along with friends and neighbors and entire generations. What an honor to have played even a small part in all that."
He then went on to express gratitude for other parts of his years on the show. He said he loved meeting the contestants and would miss being able to meet more. He thanked the staff and crew, especially those who'd stayed on for decades. He sent out a message of pride for his family, particularly his daughter Maggie's skills as an interviewer. Of course, Pat couldn't leave without a message for Vanna. He called her his professional other half and said,
"I shudder to think what these 40-plus years might have been like had they brought someone in all full of themselves playing the prima donna role. Vanna is as sweet and unassuming as she seems. We've seen a lot of changes in each other's lives over the years, but we've always been there for each other.
Vanna admitted that when Pat retired, she asked herself if she could go on without him. She knew it would be difficult to go with anyone else after 41 years of working together. In the end, she decided to stay and says she's glad she did. The pair haven't stopped being friends. She says they talk all the time and that he's happy and healthy. The transition. Vanna knew that moving away from working with Pat every night would be a major change. She was glad when she heard that Ryan would be the replacement, remembering, quote, "I said great because he's so talented, he's so professional, he's so good at what he does. I'm so thankful." Ryan was also glad to hear Vanna signed an extension to remain as Wheel of Fortune's iconic letter turner. He said,
"This is such great news. Vanna has been such a staple on that show and in our living rooms for so many years. I've been very excited to work with her, but now that it's official, I can say, congratulations, Vanna. I can't wait."
She appreciated how prepared Ryan was for the role. She said he, quote, "did his homework and rehearsed heavily." He also specifically told her that he wasn't there to replace Pat because no one could. He was only stepping in. Vanna even gave Ryan a special gift when he joined on. It was meant to help him maintain his Hollywood smile. He admits, quote, "I drink very strong black coffee, and my teeth, sometimes you can see it. She brought me white strips." The transition has been strange, but Ryan hasn't had a difficult time fitting into the role. He admits,
It's been seamless working with Vanna. I mean, she's as everyone would expect it to be, just lovely in every moment of the day.
that's partially because they weren't strangers. The two already had a long-standing working relationship. Ryan says,
I think having known her for a long time made it more comfortable for me to come in.
it was clear from the first episode that Ryan ever hosted that he'd fit into the position as best he could. He wanted to make it clear how honored he was to simply be given the opportunity. He said, quote, "Welcome to Wheel of Fortune. I'm your host, Ryan Seacrest. I still can't believe my luck being here with you tonight to continue this legacy of this incredible show with all of you and, of course, my good friend, Vanna White. Thank you for the very warm welcome. Hosting Wheel of Fortune is my dream job. I've been a fan of this show since I was a kid, watching in Atlanta with my family, and I know how special it is that Wheel has been in your living rooms for the past 40 years. And I'm just so grateful to be invited in. I also know I've got some very big shoes to fill, so let's play Wheel of Fortune." The show is fast-paced, even during the commercial breaks. They provide a chance for both hosts to take questions or fix their hair and makeup. They have to film 6 shows a day with only 15 minutes between each one. Ryan's having so much fun that he'd like to up the schedule even more. He'd prefer it if they tried to fit 9 in a day. Squashing any rumors of drama. Vanna admits the transition to a new host was a major one. It wasn't a quick decision to decide if she should retire with Pat. At the same time, she wants to squash any rumors of major conflicts between her and Ryan. On July 9th, she posted a photo of them eating together. She captioned it, "Friends on and off camera enjoying one of our favorites, chicken and dumplings." They looked comfortable together, finding common ground in their beloved food. Not everyone believed it. Commenters lit up the screen. Some don't believe she truly gets along with him. Others were disappointed by the choice of host and felt it would have been better to choose someone else, even if they weren't already famous. Still others think he won't run the show in a way that Vanna or the fans will agree with. That's yet to be seen. Ryan's only been host for a short time, so it's too early to judge. At this moment, though, there isn't any actual proof of ill will between them. They seem to have settled into the new arrangement in a way that honors the classic game show. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite Wheel of Fortune moment? Let us know in the comment section below.